Hello everybody, welcome to Spark with Inspiration. How is everybody? I have a super cool thing to show you. Ready? Da-da-da-da-da-da. I just went to the mall and I was Christmas shopping and my nails looked like holy hell. If you've been seeing my other videos, you'll realize that I had the nicest interaction and the best time ever. There's this little salon on the upper floor, and the people that work there are just happy. They talk the entire time. The girl that I had, she was really great, and I loved her because she reminded me of Rosie Perez. She had like that Brooklyn accent. She was hilarious. We were talking the whole time about sales and what stuff cost, and she's like, "Oh, do you want me to do snowflakes and crystals?" And it was so much fun, and it was so uplifting. I was so happy I did it because I've had all these days where I'd work up to a point where I was too tired to then go shopping and do other things. So I was like, just have that be the first thing you do so you don't get overtired. And it was such a nice thing. I'm like slapping my leg. I'm so excited because I love when I have days like that. Like I find what I went in there to find, and I kept my promise to myself. Here's my budget, and please go get your nails done because they're all different sizes. One hand has none left. You look crazy. And I went in there and it was such a nice time. They were lovely. It was such a nice experience. And comment down below if you've ever gone in a new salon and just nobody talked and you would try to be making conversation or whatever, and they just either don't speak your language or they don't even really respond, or they just yes you, and it's like really weird. Like this person was so into just conversing and having a good time, and like I learned about her brother and he's going to school to become a nurse, and she lends him so much money a month and he always pays her back, and he's on the dean's list. Like I know her whole life story and she knows all about my kids and everything. It was so much fun. So it was such great energy that I wanted to do today's daily pop directly after because it was so lovely. And I love interactions like that because also comment down below if you're one of those people where you like to have conversations why things are getting done. Like you talk to the person that fixes your washing machine if they come in. All of those things. It was just so nice to have somebody who's enthusiastic about their job, and like she loved it. She was like, I can do candy canes, I could do snowmen, I could do Power Rangers. I was like, get the hell out of here. Next time I'm going to bring a tarot card and have her do a whole tarot card on there. I was so excited. So my beauties, let's see what is going on for this gorgeous energy. So Wheel of Fortune, love this to begin with because I trust whatever the universe brings me. Isn't that a lovely sentiment? And isn't that true that when we know that like energies and things are working on our side, and when we think of the law of attraction, try to remember what our thoughts dwell on most is what comes into our energy. So don't dwell on what you don't want or what bothers you or what gives you fatigue or what gives you anxiety. Really think of things that you love. And let me bring this into reality too. I started thinking about how much I wanted the house to start to look like Christmas and have the Christmas tree up and have things, set in motion. I kid you not, I came home from the mall, and what had Hagen done? But he cleaned the hell out of everything, brought the tree in, decorated it, made everything nice and Christmassy, and all the baking pans are out and everything. And I was like, what? And I'm like, did I manifest this? Little old me. And it was like one of those things where I was like, how nice. I just felt like I did exactly what I needed to do to rekindle my spirits. I'd been working, problem solving so much that it was like, it was almost becoming like I was going on autopilot, and I wasn't having super present moment awareness in all of it. So I thought you would need to take a day out, experience different things, and then come back to it. So again, do this. Trust what the universe is going to bring you. Go out, go on a walk, go have a conversation, go out to a place that inspires you and disconnects you from the rigmarole of every day, because the Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of life. It's a symbol of the workings of fate. It represents unknown possibilities, those things which we have no control. So why worry about them? And percentages show that 85% of what we worry about never comes to pass anyway. So what an epic waste of time, right? What an epic waste of time. So as soon as I get on that spiral and things start to concern me, I say out loud, no, stop. What do I want to focus my energy on? What do I want to really stream into my life? That's what I'm going to concentrate on. Because we can only ride the highs and lows, accepting the cycles of change. It's one of those things. Good fortune comes our way when we really want to keep our thoughts and our focus on that. Because when the wheel appears in your read. Luck is improving and you're going to take a step closer to success you desire. If you really felt challenged or stuck lately, this card is very helpful in indicating that you'll soon be back in the flow as good things to come. I was sort of having that yesterday. I was having the Sunday blues where I was pressing and doing and thinking, oh goodness, what's going on tomorrow? Monday's usually like a cleanup time. All our recycling people come, and it was like I was starting to inundate myself with just tasks and feeling a little heavy. And I was like, you know what? Why not make this fun? Play Christmas music, get happy, think good thoughts, get excited, order a couple things on Amazon, start thinking, lay out all your jewelry for Christmas presents that you're going to give to people, and get excited. Start to really get in the spirit of good things spiraling towards you and bring that energy in. Because I feel like when we work in 24 hours, we can handle anything within a 24-hour process. It's when we try to skip out of that and go into tomorrow and the next day that we start to hit those emotional hazards, right? 1 second, I just need a sip of water. So let's stay in this 24-hour blanket of kind of protection without driving ourselves nuts and going in the future. Again, I feel this is also about psychic work. The Wheel of Fortune too can mean things coming in, powerful messages coming into us, things flowing back to you more naturally and easily. So using the law of attraction. So this is one of my favorites too, Two of Wands and garnets. Love garnets, really power stone. This is a garnet on my pinky. I love them. I feel like it is a high purpose power stone. It's great for passion as well, but inner passion and fire to do what we want to do. Have fun with those lovely impulses that, hey, I want to go try this out, and nobody's going to dim that fire. Again, I focus on what I want to make it happen. Very garnet stone. And it's funny that this is adventuring green and reds. I love green and reds. I'm going to be wearing them all the time now that Christmas is coming. And it's funny that I just had these two rings close by, and I was like, I had a peridot with citrine on the side and a garnet. And again, you guys, I do have a couple of each of these in my store if you're still wondering, because I had some people DMing me about the garnet as well. So you guys, focus on what you want to make happen. Why would you divert your energy anywhere else? Yesterday when I was watching one of my TED Talks, they were talking, this girl's thing was great. She's like, the art of teaching yourself not to give an F. And she's like, she would call them F bucks. And she's like, how do you want to spend them? Do you want to spend them on people, places, and things you don't really care about? Do you want to go to that stupid baby shower where that person you work with is never nice to you? No. First of all, you'd be spending money on a gift on somebody who probably wouldn't appreciate it. Your time, all of that. So this is really not overextending yourself doing things that don't hold interest to you. What interests you? Put your energy there, right? Like I'll often do this when I decide, if somebody's trying to persuade me to go, oh, come grocery shopping with me, like Ian loves to have a companion for that. And Hagen's already going, and I'm like, you know what? I really just want to like meditate and be calm and have a moment to myself. So no, and that's where I spend my F bucks, where I want to calm down. And I love this because this is saying, make your plans, look ahead. This is like your two eyes focusing on your two next steps, and you may be in the process of making a big decision, and this card can appear when that is ready to signify the planning stages of a project, of you making a major move, travel. This may be discussions with others to schedule a trip or something else, or otherwise find a way to like expand your horizons, taking a course, delving into something that holds an interest to you. In relationships, this can be creative, and romantic partnerships are going to be favored with this card. The balance of two, right? You connect with somebody who sees the world as you do, which is really beautiful. I love that. Now, the Hangman, I love this as a reminder that my best moments are when I pause and I have a little quick evaluation to see what I should do next. Not just diving into something 100 miles an hour or feeling like I have to make a snap decision, an impulsive decision where sometimes, you ever do that? Like, I'll give you an example. You're on your way to, just say you're going to a party and you're like, oh, I'll just get a present on the way. And then you end up in a CVS and you have to make some crappy friggin' choice of a bunch of junk for somebody because there wasn't like that pause saying, hey, yesterday I was in a great store where I could have done something, right? So this is pausing every time you leave the house, every time you do something to say, is there something that I need when I go out? that will help me save time, money, energy, any of those things that I can do right now. Not putting off tomorrow what you can do today so you don't have to settle for less or also feel cramped for time as well, right? It's that one of those things almost like hermit where we can have contemplation and reflection and a time for healing. You may need time alone now to process recent events, personal growth, study, any of those things is very helpful in that. And I feel like selenite is very helpful within that. It's a very purifying stone. I really like selenite a lot. But I can see this situation another way. Also try different perspectives. If somebody's really agitating you for some reason, try to see from their perspective what might be bothering them. It can be a child, it can be a spouse, it can be anybody that is just a little more difficult, or they're not communicating, or they're a little snappish or sharp. Try to see it from a different angle. What have they been going through? What have they undergone recently that can make them feel agitated like that? I'll give you an example. Yesterday I was watching this show, and this girl, and it was a reality show, and this girl's mother was so difficult and so judgmental and so diminishing, and it was so hard to see. But this girl was lashing out on everybody, and like nobody knew behind the scenes what was going on. And apparently, like, her mother had actually hit her when they were out at a big public function. Like, her mother hit her across her head with her handbag, like just swung at her. And the weird thing was, like, her mother was a therapist, so it was so bizarre. But it was just one of those things where her friends couldn't figure out what in the world was going on with her. So this is seeing it from a different perspective. Not only maybe the other person's, but let's look at life in a different perspective. Say you have A, B, and C, D on your list. And you have this person that keeps popping in, and they're like, I would like these papers due by this. I would like this information due by this. So it's saying take a step back and pause and look at it from a different perspective. Do you really need to have this done by that point? Or is this person just trying to make it more convenient for them? Do you really have to pay this much money now towards whatever, or can you do it in allotments? All of those things. Give yourself choice. Give yourself a different perspective on things, and oftentimes a new way will come through. This happened to me today too. I don't know what I was doing, where all of a sudden I was doing something with such ease that I used to overcomplicate. It'll come to me later, but I was like, wow, man, why didn't I ever do this before? It's so much more simpler. I often find this with my jewelry making processes. I'll find the right wire, I'll find the right thing, and then all of a sudden it just cuts big percentages of times off. So it's like trial and error and practice, and leave your mind open to trying things different ways on different days. Maybe taking a different route home. All of a sudden, wow, there's no stoplights over here. Wow, there's no, there's no complications going this way. So, leave this open for new vantage points, and you're going to have new ways of doing things that are really helpful for you too. And I feel like you're just going to have this lovely intuition guiding you to the right decisions that are helpful. And, this is a time I see for a lot of people on the horizon, different cycles of life, having big areas of change that are going to benefit you, where you feel better, where you feel directed, and where you feel good. So anytime you get that impulse to do something that's healing or helps your well-being, go for it. Don't doubt yourself. Never, ever underestimate the value of a time off day, of a little beauty treatment, of a little relaxation, of music, of meditation, because it'll benefit you exponentially. So you guys, that is your beautiful energy for today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to go over to my Instagram and get in on the giveaway. It's a beautiful turquoise necklace and matching evil eye earrings that I made. I'm trying to post every week on that. And don't forget to press like and subscribe if you're new. Everything is in the links down below. You can still get anything custom made up until the 15th if you're a US, if it's going to be mailed within the US, from my Etsy store too. And anything there, I mail out the day you order. I mail it out within 48 hours, so it gets to you that week anyway. So thank you guys for all your orders and your feedback and all your beautiful comments. I read every single one of them, so they don't go, they don't go unread. It just takes a while for me to get back, because I don't want to just heart everything. I really want to take the time to respond and put the effort in that you guys do as well. So love and light.